I'm gonna try to survive 100 days in hardcore Minecraft on this tiny little island. There's literally no blocks for miles in each direction, making it extremely difficult to leave this place. And since it's hardcore, if I die, I lose everything. So join me on this epic journey and buckle up because it's a ride. Be sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and on with the video. The first thing I had to do, as with any other Minecraft world, was get some basic resources. So I started chopping some trees down to get some wood. I found some coal actually on surface level, which is pretty nice. Oh, this is actually perfect. There's coal right on the surface. That makes things easy. And I also started mining a bunch of cobble so I can make a furnace, just so I could get kind of situated here on the island. With all those resources, I was able to craft some basic tools to get myself started. Then I had to get started on the crap shack that was going to keep me safe throughout the nights. It's going to be the most immaculate house you have ever seen in Minecraft. Oh god, it looks like a fucking shoebox. Even though the island was small, mobs can still spawn, and it's hardcore, so we're not taking any chances. I just made something real simple to start out with. I didn't want to go too crazy because it was already getting dark. And this is what it looked like for the first couple of days. But all of a sudden, animals started spawning on my island. I found 2 chickens, and I ended up leading them into my house for the time being, just to keep them safe. Oh, chickens! Oh my god. Right in here. That's right. Come on. Nice, dude. Okay, we got some chickens. Yeah, I think it's time to go mining. I need to start getting some resources. Now is when all the fun starts. I began tunneling down to get ores like iron and coal so I can make some armor and better tools. I wasn't having much luck finding any caves, and I kept running into water. No, dude, no. Do you know how deep I am and it's still water caves? Oh god. But I eventually tunneled down deep enough and there wasn't really any more water pouring in. At first I wasn't fighting much. The ores didn't seem to want to show themselves to me. After some extensive tunneling, I finally found my first big cave. It was pretty much all deep slate, so it wasn't very easy to mine through, but I was happy nonetheless. Lots of lava in the area meant that it wouldn't be too hard to make another portal later on. But I kept searching and battling, and when I say battling, dude, my lord was it intense. Oh yeah, here we go. This is where hell starts. The amount of mobs that were spawning in and the stuff they had on, some of them had enchanted armor. I was just not ready for some of them. But I had to head back up since my pick's broke and I needed more, but I spotted something spectacular. Sheep! Oh, we need shears right now, dude. Oh, we need shears right now. Mojang blessed me and spawned a sheep on my little island, so that meant I had wool, which also meant I would be able to make a bed and finally go to sleep. I didn't realize while I was down there, but when I was fighting some of the zombies, I actually found a potato, so I started a little mini farm by the ocean until I was able to get a bucket for water. Nighttime came yet again, but this time it was different. I was able to craft a bed, and I was finally able to rest and get some much needed sleep. It was time to get serious about looking for diamonds and iron, so I went back down into the mines in hopes to find some. Mobs just did not want to leave me alone. This guy literally had full golden armor. That half of it was enchanted. Look at that. Look at you. Is this what hardcore is, dude? Because, like, I swear to God, even in hard mode, mobs don't spawn with this shit. But after some searching around, I had finally found the good stuff. It wasn't much, but I was still happy at finding some. Definitely not enough to make any armor or tools yet, but it was a good start. I decided to take a little break from the mines because I was getting hunted down by a bunch of mobs and I just did not have faith in myself. So I headed back up to the surface and began making a farm for those potatoes I found earlier. I also made a little pen for my chickens because I didn't want them living in my house for too much longer. But yeah, now they had their own little home and I'm sure they were all very happy. Baby chicken, are you good, bro? Oh, there you go. I also decided to get busy on a wheat farm since I had all these chickens that needed seeds to reproduce. Plus having wheat and bread around would just be handy anyway. After that, I started to try and light up the island a bit just so mobs wouldn't be such a problem at nighttime or when it was raining. And with all those resources I had accumulated, I was able to get my full iron gear. But I'm not happy with just iron, no sir. I went back down to try and find some more diamonds, and luckily I did, and quite a few might I add. Oh, yes, sir. This is what... Oh, my God, dude. Let's go, baby. Oh, my God, bro. Look at this. It was really refreshing to see the diamonds start to appear more frequently, and it felt like I was actually progressing a little bit. So I headed back home to craft my stuffs, and I had enough for a couple pieces of armor and a diamond pickaxe. As I was heading back down into the mines, I found a zombie villager, so I decided to lure it back up towards my house. I knew I didn't have a name tag or anything to cure it yet, but I just wanted to like keep it safe just in case it wanted to stay there until I got the stuff. Oh, you can't do anything. And I can watch you from inside my house too. This triggered me to go back down into the mines to get some obsidian, just so I could make a nether portal, and at the time I was hoping to go and spawn next to a nether fortress for blaze rods. But I headed back up and looked and he was already gone, so I was like, okay, screw it. I'll find another one. It's no big deal. Still down there, little guy? No. Then I found a good spot for my nether portal, built it, and jumped in. The spawn wasn't what I was hoping for at all, but at least I wasn't like floating over a pool of lava or something. It had ground around it, so it still gives me the ability to go around and explore without as much pain as there could have been. I also found a little monument off the coast of my island a little bit, and I was going to look to see if there was a chest. And in the process, some pillagers turned up on my island. I had no idea where they came from. What the fudge? What are you guys doing here? Dude, how are there pillagers here? How did you guys swim here? Oh my god. Since I destroyed all the trees on my island, I made a little tree farm, I guess you could say. It's not really a farm, just a place to grow my trees. Anyways, yeah, I built that so I had a renewable source of wood. We were already on day 15, so I started on a new, more permanent house. This wasn't gonna be my day 100 base or anything, but I wanted something a little bigger than the crap shack. Something that looked a little nicer too. Then all of a sudden, a wandering trader decided to say hi. But, you know, I had to kill him. You know, I needed them resources. After that, I used the rest of the daylight I had to work on my house some more. And I must say, I'm pretty happy at how far I've come in only 15 days. I ended up working on my house for a little bit longer and was almost able to finish the walls. I needed a few more pieces of stone brick, but I had completely run out of coal, so I decided to head back down into the mines. I started tunneling in a different direction than the areas I had already been in. I found a little cave tunnel in the process, and also a witch garden and some diamonds. Here we go. A little cave. What do we got? Wow, this looks immaculate. Oh, diamonds, baby! You actually, yeah, you get away from them diamonds, you little rat. I kept tunneling down and eventually ran into a mine shaft, and this just made me so happy because this made it a lot easier to find ore, and I was having a really hard time finding it before because all the caves I had found were absolutely massive and the amount of mobs that were spawning in there was ridiculous. Oh, wait. Oh my god. Oh my god. The cave spiders really wanted to end my video early. They got me down a couple of times, pretty close to death. It was pretty sketch. Goodbye. Ow. No, you little shit. But I was able to survive all that, and I ended up finding a couple minecart chests. But more importantly, I was finding a lot of diamonds as I was exploring. Oh my god, and there's some diamonds. Only one. Oh no. See, that's why you dig all around your stuff, guys. Half the time there's more. Right. Dude! Oh my god! This place is bussin', bro. I had come the closest I had ever gotten to actually dying in the world so far. I was trying to open a minecart chest and I wasn't paying attention, and a creeper like popped up out of nowhere. Hello? Name tag! Yes, sir! Oh! Nope, 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 nope. Not doing it. Oh, dude, that literally could have been it right there. I was at one freaking heart, dude. But I kept searching and I found more minecart chests and diamonds. I was pretty happy with what I had found so far, so I started to tunnel back up. I was getting kind of worried that I was digging a little too far away from the island and I wouldn't be able to find it again. But luckily, when I swam back up to the surface, I saw that it wasn't too far away. The next day, I crafted myself a full set of diamond armor and tools. This made fighting mobs so much more easier. I could have so much less stress in my life. Yet another wandering trader decided to show up to my humble little island. I was really hoping he had sugarcane so I could start a farm, but unfortunately he didn't. So I murdered him in cold blood, naturally. I mean, you don't really have anything I care about, sir. Die. Yeah, spit in my face. I'm into that shit. After that, I started to work on my house again and got all the glass in place. Then I slapped a roof on it real quick and I had my nice little base for the time being. I was sitting there admiring my house, and then a zombie pigman somehow got into my chicken farm. I think he thought he was slick and he could blend in with the other chickens, but I had to get rid of him. I have like little patterns. Yeah. What? How in hell did you get in there? Bro, You think you can just slip past me like that undetected? I also added a little loft in my house so I could keep all my chests up above, just so I could have enough space on the bottom floor for all my furniture and workbenches. I also decided it was time to upgrade the farm. My plan was to build a couple of these circular gardens along the coastline. I got all my seeds planted and then I was done with my brand new garden. I also moved the tree farm because it was taking a lot of much needed space on the island. I just moved it out into the water and made a decent sized grid. Then I figured I could just go break all the trees, ride by on a boat and collect all the wood. Easy enough. Hell yeah. Damn, that grew fast. What the? Literally just watched it grow. I was still itching for some sugarcane, so I made a boat and sailed the perimeter of my island. And lucky enough, I actually did find a shipwreck not too far off the coast. I had some extra gold lying around, so I decided to hop into the Nether portal to see if I could find piglins to trade with. And then the worst possible thing that could have happened. There was a frickin' ghast right next to my portal, so when I went through, it shot me and destroyed the portal. That meant I was absolutely stranded in the Nether, where I had a very good chance of dying. It didn't really help that my Nether spawn was super treacherous too. Oh my fucking god. Oh, this couldn't be any worse. I am now stranded in the Nether. I didn't bring my flint and steel with me. We're stranded. Yeah, we're like officially stranded. I felt like I was running out of luck, but then I found some piglins to trade with. Poaching blessed me yet again because one of the piglins gave me a fire charge. That meant I was able to go back and relight the Nether portal and get back to safety. I kind of struggled finding the portal again, I'm not gonna lie. I ran into two baby zombie pigmen on chickens right next to each other. What the F, bro? Literally two baby zombie pigmen riding chickens. One of them's rare enough, but the two of them are literally right next to each other. And I also ran into a bastion, which was crazy because I still hadn't found a Nether fortress. But eventually I made it back to the portal and was able to get to safety. I randomly wanted to make like an enchantment building, so I started terraforming a place to put it. Wasn't gonna be anything crazy yet. It was just a little place I could go enchant my stuff and add a little more to the island. I thought it was coming out pretty good, and the only other thing I needed at that point was bookshelves. It was already day 30 and I still hadn't found a Nether fortress. I really needed to find one for a couple of reasons. One being nether wart so I could start making potions, and the other being blaze rod so I could make a potion stand and eyes of ender. I ran for a couple hundred blocks in each direction from my portal, and I really wasn't having much luck. So I began traversing the Nether and trying to go in places that I hadn't been in yet. There's just nothing, dude. Okay. Wow. Don't be dumb. What the F was I thinking? I'm just starting to think there's no Nether fortresses in this world. While I was looking for the fortress, a ghast tried attacking me up close, and I actually ended up hitting the fire charge back at him, so I got the special achievement. Oh, that was so close. Yeah! We got the enchantment, bruh. Ah! Chill. But that's not what I came to the Nether for, so I continued on my journey for the Nether fortress. After barely escaping death a few times and traveling over thousands of blocks, I finally saw a Nether fortress off in the distance. Oh, shit. Is that what I think it is? Oh, yes. How am I gonna get over there? Nether fortress. Thank the Lord. Let's go get us some loot, boys. I knew I needed to be extremely careful because the wither skeletons were going to be quite the challenge in hardcore. I started to look around the fortress for a spawner and it didn't take long at all. I ended up finding one in the first couple of minutes of exploring and just sat there farming blaze rods. Things were going alright, but then they started spawning in like crazy. Alright, things are starting to get a little fucking out of hand. After I had enough blaze rods, I ran around for a while and found some nether wart. And after that, I decided to head home because I did not want to push my luck any more than I already had. Lord have mercy, dude. That almost ended my career. Now that I had blaze rods and was able to make blaze powder, I grabbed some ender pearls and made some eyes of ender. I started my expedition for the stronghold in desperate need of books. I needed to be careful because I only started with 4 eyes of ender and I was already down to 2, and then a dolphin stole one of them, but he was a good boy and gave it back. Dolphin? The F, bro? You just took... Did he really just steal my Eye of Ender? This ain't no game, boy. Not too much later after that, I came across a jungle island. There was even this adorable little turtle the size of a penny. Aww. What the... Dude, I didn't know turtles could get that small. Holy crap. But more importantly, I was able to get sugarcane, cocoa beans, bamboo, and some jungle saplings to take back to my island. The Eye of Ender led me underwater just off the shore of the island, and I knew I had no time to waste, so I started tunneling pronto. Then I dropped down into the stronghold and got a warm welcome by a bunch of mobs. They didn't want me to get to the library that easily, so they put up a good fight, but I was able to deal with them in the end. Because my Eye of Ender keeps saying, oh! Okay. What is up with all the baby goddamn zombies? That was quite close. Oh, okay. After that, I looted all the chests I could and kept on looking. Finally, I had found the library and started breaking bookshelves to bring back home with me. After I got everything I needed, I started to head back home, excited to finally enchant some of my gear. On my way back, I actually noticed an ocean monument that I missed somehow. I wasn't ready to go in there yet, but will be definitely coming back in the future. It was really close to my island too, so I must just be blind. Anyways, I got back, got my bookshelves placed down, and enchanted my sword and pickaxe. There we go, level 30 and sweeping edge. Dude, isn't that the max sweeping edge? Yeah, that's pretty godly. That's not bad. I will take that. Nice. Yes, efficiency 4. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. That is a pretty good enchant right there. We got efficiency 4, fortune 3, and unbreaking 3 all maxed out. After that, I just worked on my little enchantment building some more. Nothing crazy, I just added a little bit of decoration on the inside. I really liked the way it turned out, but I'll probably try to make it cooler at some point down the road. I decided I wanted to take another trip to the Nether to look for some ancient debris, so I repaired some of my armor and tools and made my way down there. I was surprised because the ancient debris was just rolling in. I wasn't even mining for very long, and we ended up with 14 ancient debris, which I was definitely happy with because that's like 3 pieces of armor right there. Hey, here we go. Ancient debris, baby. Oh my god, yeah, give it all to me. Look at that. Dude, we're gonna have full netherite gear soon. Holy crap. Yeah. We ended up with 14 ancient debris and a lot of netherrack. So I ran back up real fast and made a smithing table and then crafted some netherite armor. I was only able to make 3 pieces, but I'm still satisfied. All we need is the boots now. Next, I kind of wanted to make my nether portal a little prettier, so I ripped down my old one to move it to a new location. I wasn't gonna go nerd mode or anything, but I just wanted something that looked a little less derpy. I added some blocks around the portal to kind of make it look like it was starting to corrupt the island a little. Then I just decorated a bit more and left it at that. Oh yeah, I like it a lot more than the old one. I'll probably end up doing more to it later down the road, but then with the little bit of daylight I had left, I made my netherwort farm. I made it look pretty similar to the potato one, but that meant I wouldn't have to make any more unnecessary trips to the nether fortress unless I was looking for some blaze rods. We were already almost 50 days in, so I decided it was time to make an XP farm. I went with the blaze farm because they dropped the most XP per kill. So I started getting a bunch of resources together, and in the process a creeper decided to blow my house up. Dude, why? Why was there a creeper there? Killed my one and only sheep. Oh no. This is why I despise creepers. Luckily it didn't destroy too much and I got it patched up pretty quick. This farm takes 9 stacks of glass, so I had a good amount of smelting to do. I finally got all of the resources I needed and I was ready to head to the Nether. I'm planning on making a transportation tunnel so it makes the trip to the Nether fortress not as long. Yeah, they're having a party over there. Jesus, dude. I've never seen this many wither skeletons in one spot. Anyways, I finally got to the fortress and I had to stop the blazes from spawning if I wanted to build this efficiently. Unfortunately though, torches on a blaze spawner does not prevent them from spawning at all, so I ended up having to fight a bunch of blazes while I was building this thing and it took way longer than I anticipated. Not having fun anymore. I had a lot of blocks to break, so I got busy. I needed a 14 by 14 area that was completely cleared out of all blocks except for the blaze spawner. I was trying to take away the last bit of blocks at the top last because that's where all the blazes were sitting and they kept dropping down. And the longer I worked on this XP farm, I had started to run into more problems. Dude, there's so many blazes, it's literally lagging my f***ing game. Like, I'm literally getting dookie FPS right now. Look at all of them, dude. It's lagging my game so bad. I had completely ignored all the blazes that were spawning above me, so after a little while there was so many that it started to lag my game. Once I dealt with them though, it made the rest of the farm pretty easy to build. Of course there were still some spawning in here and there, but there wasn't like a huge mob of them, dropping my frames to like 30. I finished up the roof of the farm and then I headed down to make the collection area. And just like that, I was done with my first XP farm in this world. Or XP farm? farm is done. Yeah, let's just sit here for a little while, go AFK, let a few blazes spawn in, and see how good this puppy works. I ended up sitting there for a while just AFK so I could let a bunch of blazes build up, and I was really excited because each blaze would give me 10 XP per kill. Once I started entity cramming, I began to kill them and I started getting a ton of XP. So I sat down there for a while longer and got my levels up quite a bit. Alright, I can't hold back my excitement. Let's try this out. Ooh, okay, this ain't bad at all. Alright, we've been knocked down to 30 frickin' FPS, so I think that's... Yeah, they're entity cramming now, so yeah, we're gonna kill them. Oh, yeah. Oh my god. I wouldn't say this is as good as like an Enderman XP farm down in the end, but it was still pretty effective and I was happy with it for the time being. After I admired my farm for a little bit, it was time to head home. Oh my god, dude, this looks like a torture chamber. I love it. Look at that. Oh yeah. I was in the Nether for a couple of hours, so I was getting kind of sick of it. Anyways, I made the journey and got back to the overworld safely. I had a good amount of levels, so I was able to enchant all of my armor, and I must say, I got some pretty good enchants. Protection 4, that's what we like to see. Oh, that's it. Okay, Unbreaking 3, Protection 4. But we have fully enchanted armor now. We just need to add a bit more to each of them and we'll be all set. I almost forgot to mention, while I was down in the Nether, I got some more soul sand, so I was able to finally complete my Nether wart farm. I knew I'd want to make an automatic food cooker at some point down the road, so I also made a wheat farm. Then I'd have all the seeds I needed for my chickens. And I made it look just like the other two. Boom. We definitely don't have enough seeds to cover all that, but after I got that finished up, I decided I wanted to make a basic roof for my starter base. I'm really not too sure what I want to do with this building, but I just didn't want it to look as derpy. There we go. Now it's not as ugly, I guess. We made some good progress in the 60 days we've played so far, but now that I had all the gear and weapons I needed, I wanted to start focusing on building and decorating around the island and trying to make it look as cool as possible before day 100. We were already 3/4 of the way done with the challenge, but some weird things started happening around the island. I was going through my chest when I randomly got shot by an arrow, but the weird thing was, I looked everywhere outside my house and there was nothing out there. The only reasonable explanation I could think of is maybe a skeleton came through the Nether portal, shot me, and then went back in, but it was just really weird. What? What? Bro, what just happened? I am so confused. I looked all over my house to make sure no mobs were spawning inside, but I didn't find anything. Anyways, I was getting some resources together for the automatic potion brewer I planned on making. This is probably the most cursed thing that happened though. I was just minding my own business at my house, making stuff for my potion brewer. Then a zombie pigman wandered out of the Nether. Keep in mind, I was inside of a crafting table and I didn't see him at all. And he broke my door. I don't think you understand how scary it is to hear a block break in a single player world. I thought I was being like hunted by Herobrine or something. Anyways, I went back out to place the door back and I was looking to see where the pigman went. He just slowly walks back into the Nether portal as if trying to lead me back in there. I don't know, but it had me feeling kind of spooked, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, what? Is this world cursed? That scared the shit out of me. Hearing someone mine a block? Why did he just, what? Why did he just break my door? Yo, I'm gonna have to put a fence on that. Dude, that was actually creepy as hell. Ain't no way, boy, ain't no way. Like I was saying, I really wanted to get an automatic potion brewer made, so I had to head down to the mines for some iron. This sucker was gonna take 22 hoppers, so I needed quite a bit. I found some really cool caves along the way. There were a decent amount of water caves and one pretty small lush cave I found, but this cave had to be my favorite one by far. Whoa, there's like a huge underwater part. This would be a sick place to build a base. It was like half submerged in water and half not, so it was like this kind of big open room that had like this ocean of water inside of it. And then that water dropped down into a waterfall that led into an even bigger and deeper cave. Needless to say, there were a lot of mobs, but I did end up getting all the iron I needed. I decided I'd put the potion brewer just behind my enchantment building because there was a good amount of space there. And then I got started on the build. I had most of the resources, but not quite all of them. Enough to get the redstone circuitry working though. The only key thing I was missing was a sticky piston, and it kind of worried me because I hadn't seen a single slime in this entire playthrough yet. So I found myself a slime chunk right next to my island and started digging it out. I'm not sure if I'm going to make this a fully operational farm yet, but maybe sometime down the road. Hey, it's day 69. I found a slime chunk and we're gonna make a little slime farm. So, I mean, we need it for this automatic potion brewer anyway, but I like making secret rooms too, so it comes in handy. After I got all that mined out, I headed back to the Nether since I needed more leather for item frames. I found some piglins to trade with and they gave me a couple, but this ghast rudely interrupted our business transaction. I found this extremely rude, so I made him go poof. Yeah, suck on that. Anyways, I started hunting for hoglins and killed a couple of them, but in all honesty, there just wasn't really a lot that were spawning in. Hey there, big fella. I need your skin. I didn't have enough for all the item frames I needed, but I told myself it was good enough for now since I could always finish the decorating later. After that, I went back to the island and started building a little enclosure around the potion brewer. I thought the blackstone looked pretty nice with the purple amethyst and white quartz. Plus, I had used blackstone on the roof of my enchantment building, so it kind of blended in anyway. And yeah, just like that, I was pretty much done. All I had to do was get more item frames and fill the droppers with all the resources for the actual potion brewing. All except for that frickin' sticky piston. So I went back down into my slime chunk, and all I was fighting at the time were skeletons, which kind of sucked. But I kept going up and down, and eventually some spawned in, so I had everything I needed. Oh, I hear, yes! Give me your slime balls. So I just started filling up all the resources I had, and I mean, it was a lot less than I imagined, but I could at least make a couple potions. And I had more nether wart than I would ever need thanks to my handy dandy little farm. Just to sidetrack real quick, I was breeding my chickens trying to get more of them, you know, and one of them thought it would be a good idea to try to escape. I showed the chickens what would happen if they tried it, and it shut them up pretty good. Hey, you better chill. Y'all ain't getting out of here. Hey, get your ass back. Yeah, you know what, that's what happens. You see, that's what happens when you escape. I bet none of you will try that ever again. Anyways, I was finally done with the potion brewer, so it was time to put it to use. All you have to do is click on the ingredient you want to use for the potion, and then you head over to the left and you can click on any of the modifiers you want to add to it. And then there's a final button you press which mixes everything together, and boom, you got yourself a potion. Now it's time to do a little bit more work around the island to make things a bit prettier. I basically wanted to renovate the island, and my first thought was to cover the entire thing with dirt, or at least most of it, to where I'd be able to make pathways between everything. Our island's looking cool, but nowhere near where I want it for day 100. So I got busy and started breaking a ton of dirt. There wasn't a ton of dirt on my island that I could break, so I started making a perimeter kind of where I wanted to fill the dirt in. I wanted to leave the bottom part of the island with a beach for the turtles, but I wanted the top half to be dirt. I ended up running out pretty quickly, so I had to go over to a different island to get more. I was planning on the jungle island because it's the closest, but I must have passed it somewhere. God damn, something's told me I went the wrong way. I ended up in the savanna biome, and I just dug myself a little trench and pretty much filled my entire inventory with dirt. Once I had everything I needed, I headed back home and started filling stuff in. And then finally, once all the dirt was filled in, I was able to start making pathways. I think pathways are a really good way to make your builds stand out just a little bit more. It just brings things together a bit more, in my opinion. Anyways, once grass started covering all the dirt I placed, I put trees everywhere because I wanted it to be a bit more dense on the island. It was just to fill things up a bit more and get some green in there. Anyways, I started to take down my starter base because I wanted to put something else there. It was kind of sad seeing it go. It was our first build on the island, but it had to be done. It's kind of sad, you know? This was the very first base we stayed in when we spawned in on this island. Sad to see you go, but happy at the same time. Then I moved my chicken army into my house for the time being while I moved their coop and built something where their old coop was. Come on, boys. Chicken army. Come on in where it's nice and dry. They're all in a single file line. What the heck, bro? I think they liked my house. It was nice and warm and they were out of the rain. Anyways, I had a couple jungle saplings, so I started to plant some trees and break them so I could get 4 to make a big tree. And with the rest of the bone meal I had, I just started planting it in the grass. Just some tall grass and flowers to make things a bit more purty. Then I just put some bone meal on the saplings and I had my tree in place. Oh, yes, sir. That's like the perfect frickin' size. That looks so cool too, because you can see it like as soon as you walk out of the house. I think adding all this greenery added to the island a lot and made it look way less boring. Then I made the chickens their new coop because I was sick of having them in my house laying eggs everywhere. I wasn't doing anything crazy, just a basic little fenced in area. Then I let them all back in and that was that, but I kind of forgot one important detail. The chicken coop is right next to my bed, so it makes it kind of hard to sleep at night, but I can get through it. And while I was working on the chicken farm, the cursed pig man decided to pay another visit. So I locked him in my house so I could deal with him later. I had a few words I wanted to say to him. Is that all of you? No straggler? Hey, I'm gonna have a word with you. You scared the crap out of me the other day. breaking my door. Anyways, I got started on the treehouse and made like a circular stone brick kind of floor. Then I added some polished blackstone brick fences along the circumference of the circle, just for basic safety reasons, of course. Then I started putting some blackstone brick stairs along the circumference of the circle as well. I wasn't gonna make the entire roof blackstone, but I thought it would look cool just to have like a trim on it. Then I changed my mind about the floor and made a small change. I just made an outer ring on that circle, blackstone bricks instead of normal stone bricks. I thought it looked better. Then it was time to get the resources for the roof. I ended up going with quartz because I thought it would look nice with the blackstone. And you know, every time I go to the Nether, something always happens. There's some crap that just wants to get in my way. Whether it be a ghast or piglins chasing me because I somehow forgot to bring gold to the Nether. Oh, yes, sir. There we go. What the hey, man. You know, I don't have gold on me right now, but I would be happy to, if you like, let me return home. I'd be more than happy to put some on. Just, yeah, the only condition is you can't fucking kill me or falling from really high places, but luckily that's not as much as a problem anymore since I have feather falling 4 boots. Geronimo! Dude, feather falling 4 is actually clutch as hell. Anyways, I got all the quartz I needed and made a dash back home to finish the treehouse. Then all that there was left to do was fill in the missing pieces and I had my watchtower done. I put some shroom lights in there to light it up a bit because I just didn't want to use torches. And yeah, just like that, the treehouse was done and I think the island is looking pretty spiffy now. I don't think I'll be doing any more major changes to the island before day 100 since I'll be preparing for the Ender Dragon, but I'm pretty happy with this. We got further than I would have ever imagined in 90 days. The time has finally come. We are now only 10 days away from our final moments on this island. And in this time, I plan to prepare myself very well and fight the Ender Dragon. I knocked out all the potatoes I had in one of my farms and replaced them with carrots. I did this because I wanted to make golden carrots, and I mean, everyone knows it's the best food in Minecraft. And now it was time to gather all the resources I wanted to bring to my battle. It paid me so much, but I had to kill the chicken army. Or at least most of them. I kept 2, but I needed their feathers to make some arrows. And then I started cooking a lot of food because I didn't think I would have enough time to get as many golden carrots as it would take. Anyways, I've been using lava buckets to fuel my smelter, so I was going to the Nether to get some more. And a creeper was in there, walked through my portal, so when I went through, he was just waiting there for me to blow up. Alright, creeper, I don't need my portal to get destroyed. Okay, and he just went through it. Nice. So when I go through, he's gonna blow my nuts up. Please, just don't. Yep. Wait, but it was honestly no big deal. It didn't do that much damage. But I went right back in because I wanted to get a decent amount of XP to enchant stuff. So I headed over to my blaze farm and went AFK for a little bit. This thing isn't the best XP farm in the game by any means, but it still gave me a good amount. Once I had enough, I went back home and started to enchant some crap. I was trying to go for sharpness 5, but unfortunately, the best I could do was sharpness 1. And then I went over to my automatic brewer because I wanted to stack myself with potions. I made some healing, regeneration, and strength potions, and I also made them splash potions too, just so I could use them faster. And that was pretty much everything I needed, except for the ender pearls to actually open the portal to the end. Alright, I mean, what else do I need? I got building blocks, water bucket, TNT, pumpkin for the enderman, tons of arrows, good amount of food, bunch of potions. Oh, I guess I do need more ender pearls so I can actually get to the end, you know. So I went to the Nether and did a little exploring, and somehow I found a Nether fortress that's even closer than my other one. Anyways, I found a warped forest not too long after that, and the reason I wanted this biome in particular is because they spawn a ton of endermen. I mean, I found like 4 or 5 in one area, so I just started farming and eventually I got enough ender pearls. And then I headed back home, grabbed some final resources, and was ready to go risk it all. So I hopped in my boat and started heading for this stronghold, and just let me say, the entire playthrough so far was just running through in my head because I was just stressing out so much. I was so scared of dying. I think we're right above it now. Dude, I actually feel so nervous. Anyways, I finally got to the stronghold, made my way to the portal, and in this moment is when stuff started to get real. My heart was beating extremely fast. My palms started to sweat. My knees started to shake. I started to have doubts in my ability to kill shit, but I already made it this far, so it was time to go face my fears. Okay. Can't see freaking crap. Luckily, there's some ground below us, so even if I get knocked off here, I'm not dead. Alright, here we go. I have feather falling 4, so I'm not worried about actually falling or anything. I got potions. Just play it cool. Just play it cool, and everything will be a-okay. Throw some regeneration on us now. And break that. Get the hell out of there. Eat food. Get ourselves back up. Yes, sir. Okay. Alright, that one's down. That one's down. Holy shit, that scared me. I need my water bucket. Whew. Oh my god, this is nerve-wracking. Told you I was taking it slow. I don't care. I really don't care how long it takes me as long as I do it. Okay, we got that one. How many more crystals we got, boys? How many more? Jesus Christ, what was that? Gonna see if I can take out some from up here. Might be a little easier. Generation, please. Boom. I would love to hit another one from up here. Oh, I got it. Is that all of them? Yes, it is. Ow! Oh my god. Holy shit. Regeneration right now and healing. Healing, healing. God, dude. That could have been it. Gonna regeneration now, just in case. Wait, is that all of them? I already got... Oh, okay. Holy shit. Look at all the Endermen wanting to kill this guy. All right, I think we're ready for damage. We're ready for damage now. Still have a decent amount of arrows. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Power 4 bow does dummy damage. Before I forget, let me get my frickin' water bucket. This man's gonna launch me in the air. This guy really wants me dead. So frickin' hard to hit him. Woo-wee, dude. My heart is literally beating a mile a minute right now. Come down, you little nerd, so I can do damage to you. You're so far away. Come down here, you doofus. I'm honestly only gonna do bow damage because I'm not trying to get frickin' launched across the map. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let me throw a strength on because then maybe my bow will do even more. Oh, yeah. Let's go. You're dying today, bitch. What are you spraying up there? Did I hit one of his charges? How else would he spray in the air like that? I must have. He's coming down again. Don't want to be anywhere under your wings. I honestly am happy with the damage I'm doing with this bow. Dude, he's so close. Come on. Dude, he's a tick. He's a freaking tick. Oh my god. One hit. One hit. One hit. One hit. Yes, let's freaking go, dude. My hands are so freaking sweaty right now. Oh my god. Wait, where's the dragon egg? Did he destroy it? Did I accidentally hit it? I must have moved it when I did the bed thing, dude. I can't remember. My memory's foggy. Oh, let's get the hell out of here. Holy shit, dude. I actually can't believe we did that. Take this freaking jack-o'-lantern off. We've come a long way in 100 days. Like, man. And that's that. I managed to survive 100 days in hardcore Minecraft on this tiny little island. I had a really good time going through the world. I mean, we did a lot, from making a cool house to making a nice enchantment building, making a Blaze XP farm, making an automatic potion brewer, a tree house. It just all came together really nicely. And not only that, we killed the freaking Ender Dragon in hardcore, which I had never done before. I definitely plan on making more videos like this in the future. It was a lot of work, but it was totally worth it in the end. If you guys do want to see more stuff like this, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it because this is probably the biggest project I've ever worked on. Not in Minecraft, but as a YouTube video. If you made it this far, you're a real one, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. All right, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.